today, let's just give the COVID-19 status update. Then we go into the topic for today. Status update for Wednesday, 13th May 2020. The 11 a.m. because today we get 2. The 11 a.m. update. New cases, 49. 49 new cases. The ministry will make me, say, this 49. Yesterday, then we keep 40. 40 new cases now we get yesterday. Say yesterday, then we say, now only 18 samples, na kenema be conduct, so now that one get no more than be received. And now today, yesterday late, now they receive all the other one them. But it be done late for make them tell we. We don't know if maybe you don't pass that 6 o'clock with them kingi. So telling themselves be the another that party, that small get together we get about the cake yesterday. You see what I mean? So telling themselves be there. So they don't be one disturb that person they will be celebrating, but they will then numbers them. So the 40 yesterday, 9 come to today, you 9 carry we go to 49. And that 49, they will break and down. 45. Na Freetown. Na the western area urban. 45. Imagine no Freetown. 45 na Freetown. Then cousin or then brother. The rural. Then send 1. Bombali get 1. Then we don't get a new district. We don't enter the COVID-19 Premier League. When I can down, then come with 2. So inside this 49, inside Freetown, the urban area, 45. The rural area, inside Freetown, then brother 1, Bombali 1. Then we get this new team we just kind of Kalang, then come with 2. And they make up the 49. And the 49, 40 now from yesterday, 9 now from today. Number of confirmed cases now alone. From the 31st of March to date, now 389. 389. The one that within an isolation center, where the body people them, they try to make their system, then build their immune system so that they go fight against COVID-19. Now 269. 269 now then they in an isolation center. Then we get 97 people in total. We don't recover. 97 people in total. So for today no more, we get 25 new recoveries. 25 new recoveries, now we get for today. And for the 11 o'clock update, now one person, I think I will just add this one in here. For the 11 o'clock update, now one person, now not be able to fight against COVID-19. But this evening time, we will get another update. Say other 5 people them safe not be able for fight against COVID-19. So today alone, we lost 6 people them to COVID-19. We lost 6 people them to COVID-19 today. Number of people in quarantine, 2,238. Out of quarantine, 2,264. And for the 6 people who lost today, we pray say, make them soul rest in peace. And we hope say, them family them, they will be comforted. Make we just break it down by district. Bo 11, Bont 12, Bombali 9, Falaba 2, Kainlau 2, Kenema 10, Koinadugu 2, Putloko 8, Tonkolili 4, Western Area Rural 36, Western Area Urban 291. Freetown and London get 291. Now only 5 districts now they not get positive cases. When a Cambia, Karine, Kono, Moyamba, and Pujeun. Cambia, Karine, Kono, Moyamba, and Pujeun. Now then 5 districts then they. Now they not get positive cases. But you all the one they want to call with the numbers them. They want they then get positive case. And this morning, they not tell you about this evening unit, but this morning, the person will not be able to fight against the COVID-19. We lost the battle. They say now a 65 years of age male from Connaught Hospital Isolation Ward. And lately, most of the people were not able to fight back against the COVID-19, where they lost the battle. I don't know if I mean one notice so, but any told them can tell we now from Connaught. We not say before, then they tell we say, you not get nothing for do with 34. But now lately, for the past 2 or 3 days, now Connaught with a then extra. One then we add this event him, maybe tomorrow at the press briefing, then go tell we Usai, then one and they come out. Now so we get the COVID-19 status update. What do you think say the government of Sierra Leone for do? What do you think say the people of Sierra Leone for do? And this not easy. It's not easy at all. Talk to the camera. I don't know if you watch them. You watch Talk to the Camera on YouTube, Sawyerr Network Production. Make sure you subscribe to that channel there. Now they go able to watch them. The camera be go working on Malama Thomas Street. To the one the way they sell textile material. What you will learn from them. One part the person first in the sell material. Where they ask them why you know wear the face mask. He say because nobody no game. A shop owner where they sell material say person no game now make in no the wear the face mask. But on the other end, we see how they have small business then they struggle because of waiting COVID-19 don't come with. And one of the women they talk say, even the rent, $4,500, then they pay for the shop. Then they beg Papa government for make it talk to the landlord there. Okay. I don't know who say really that one day go happen for make Papa government talk to the landlord them. But make a call the mayor in the mayor of Freetown, 2 years in office. And we ask people them for make them rate the mayor. And even when we open the phone line, for the one that we go calling, then say we forgive what they think about the mayor, they rate him. But however, we learn say the Ministry of Finance, when then they give the money where the different MDs then cannot ask for. Freetown City Council in 2020 budget, they not pinch themselves give it. You know, like how they can say Piet, that Piet self, they not give it. Then how we expect the council for work if from the 1st of January to the 13th day of May 2020, waiting they deserve inside 2020, waiting they ask for inside 2020, for make them go able to run the council, they not get a natty yet. Sometimes when we can, Tripoli, set him out. Now waiting the mayor meet, yeah, waiting is a achievement. So you will be the game 10% and 15% and 40%. After listening to the mayor, you still stand on them percentage then they? Or you feel say you go change them? But then na waiting the mayor will make we know. You don't do your own bit. Make a count Usman Toli. Make we get from first in your percentage. Then waiting in think about waiting the mayor say and also the COVID-19 status update. Yes, Usman Toli, you get a platform, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Triple A, and thanks to everybody. We'll start with the COVID-19 statistics because they're the most sensitive issue now we all did look forward to. I get some interesting observation. One of the things that we have observed recently is the death rate. The number of people that really die, it go up every day, every now and then. And this is not good. I can quite remember during the Ebola term, we can get one of the highest infection rates and also the highest death rate. I think the infection rate was about 4,000. Now 14,000. And nearly about 4,000 people then die. And again, we can't get this coronavirus. We only see the total infection rate. They go up today, as you say, 387 against 26 deaths. This is worrisome. We get great concern. We need the COVID-19 team for stepping and try for bringing some strategic measures for make we minimize the rate at which these numbers they go up. And interestingly, we don't notice the western area urban, about 75% of the infection rate, they come up from the western urban. So the question is, why the COVID-19 response team will try do something very quickly for strategize around that epicenter day? Because most of the cases, them day in, day out, now most of the cases then they come out. We go call on the EOC with all the strategic pillar them for let them find way and go able strategize around the western area urban, one of the most sensitive area. And The question about this death rate, it go up. We want to know what in they cause this. Because, you know, when you look at the comparison between we and Guinea, Guinea by far get a very high infection rate. If I'm not lying today, the number is close to 2,400. 2,400. And you can't believe this. The death rate is about 14. Imagine out of a total number of nearly 3,000, 2,400. So far, so good. They just get 14. So, what is the difference between we and Guinea? Is it to do with the age demographics? No, I don't think so. Because Sierra Leone, we know say about 70% of the population are youthful. Yeah? So, and age, it counts a lot when it comes to, in terms of COVID-19. Is it to do with the poor health facility? Is it because the facility, well, I'm not saying we don't get cure for this, but sometimes if we get good medical facility in a country, it will help for cushion the impact on the individual. Doesn't mean because I listened to Solomon Jamiro, I think he mentioned of that. I must say he was very diplomatic in answering that question. But however, there is a challenge in terms of the health facility. There is a challenge. And then again, another interesting observation about the death rate. When you look at most of the people where they die now over the age of 55, most of the death rate they would get. Like, for example, today, they say the person with, I think, a 65-year-old male. And yesterday, I think, was about, 72 or so. So, you see, you will find out, say, age matters a lot when it comes to the issue of COVID-19. So, what we will try to talk here is this. Another point is it because people that they deny too much? Because again, you look at when people are not believe that they refuse for going to hospital, that again can cause problem. So not all the areas they expect, the strategic team to come up with some solutions, because it's not what coming here. We can't talk over these things. And all the questions here where they ask you, and they point to something. It's very important when it comes for plan around COVID-19. Because it's not what coming here. We can't talk. Then we're not able to bring some solutions. And believe me, some of these people, and they listen to me. But the most important point, as I state clearly, and it's quite sensitive, most of the cases that we infection, they come out from the western area, urban. As I say, about 75%. So, is it not right now for let the government look into this as a strategic point for the next point of action? Because it's alarming. It's alarming. And the way how things they happen right now in Freetown, I watched one video today where I see a chaotic scene where they quarantine people in Freetown, where, the place was like everybody just they do what he want to do. So I think it's the higher time. I not say at the moment, I no go doubt if we get another lockdown. I don't will turn that down. I believe, say, to a very large extent, more strategic measures they come. But the point is, as I continue to say, these plans, this strategy way that they come with, it just will be effective. We all already don't see some of the loopholes, them, the lapses, them, where they happen. Like yesterday, we discussed, wherein a very good journalist go do a fact-finding mission for see whether the inter-district lockdown, they actually work, whether it's effective. We see the loopholes, them. And one of these loopholes we identified was that the security personnel, as well as the drivers and individuals, all massively contribute towards the downfall of the strategy where COVID-19 they try for put in place. So it's important that Leone would think about these numbers, because to be honest with you, if we allow the thing, I've been on talk this before, if we allow COVID-19, you get a certain number where each day it will be very difficult for manage. This is the truth. We reach a certain number, we don't go to a certain level, especially in an environment like Sierra Leone, where everything is congested, transport congested, the marketplaces are congested, the houses that we see people and they live safe, they see 20, 30 people in the cluster inside one house. They see 10, 15 people and they sleep inside one room. If we allow this thing for reach to a given number, 1,000, for example, it will be disastrous. So let the strategic team try come up with some remedy so that we'll try for let this number not reach to that point. But it's very, very alarming. So I will stop here with the COVID-19 update. Now I move to the mayor. Before I analyze a little bit about them, I will give him 75%. She's one of the best, and one of the best few, I would say, inside our government today, because she's also part of the government. She has done a fantastic job. But like I can say, you want stone, but you aren't short. He's faced so many challenges. And I think this is not the first time where they point out the fact that it is struggle with the resources who are available for doing job. I remember, I think it was last year, she was interviewed, and she made it quite clear that she was struggling with the resources available for finance the project them we will make. I think he said they expect 4 remittances from the government, but I think he only received 2. So it's a challenge for her as well. And if you look at her approach, she's very professional in her job. She's very hardworking. Nobody will take that from her. And you know what she do. And she's innovative. He take over the job with a clear plan. She has a clear plan. Because if you listen to her, you will find out, say, he gets a clear performance objectives, what he plan for do. And that's one aspect of any important institution. When you get your plans, you get a clear plan. You know the route way for take for reach day. That's one of the most important steps in strategy or in strategic management. Yeah? You forget is clear performance objectives. I think the entire thing, you don't make it quite clear, right? You game plan, you know what you want to do, but you ain't short. So most of the measures them, where if you want to take, you're not able to do them. And I will give you an instance system, which you don't tell me, say, they do certain thing them, but you not do them. But I don't blame them because you don't make them quite clear. Say, what you expect from the government, they get them all the time. Okay, the interviewer, he tell me about a clear plan, and the plan, which is called Transform Freetown, yeah, is basically based on certain things, them like flooding, flooding mitigation, planting trees, a lot of other things then we get planned for transform the country. Right? And talk about the drainage system as well. So these are all big projects then where require a huge sums of money. You need resources, you need manpower, you need money, So, but if you don't get what you expect, it's difficult. We don't say you don't get support from the European Union as well as the World Bank. But as you know, at this point in time, resources are limited, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic. But to be honest with you, I remember some time ago, AAA, you bring this to the program, and I think somebody just make that comment there. The Bome was one of the areas where they look forward for move from Musa Indeso now, because that place is very strategic. Very, very strategic in the sense that, all the tourists that will come out with the first time, especially if they use the ferry for camp, and they spot that place there. Mr. Sewago, this trip, I see the Bome, na Ferry Junction area, and I was shocked because at the way in Bidon Toxi, he moved that place to another place. But again, we understand. Like I said no more, all these things come with cost. They all come with cost. And that other Kintom, I think Kintom area also, he said if we move that place to another location, because then side and then are strategic places then, we don't want to see dump site in the area then they. But these places are still there. But again, as I say no more, it's limited by what he gets. But as I say no more, I will get 75%. You will see he doing job, he professional in what he do, he give correct information, he's always assertive, alert when you ask him for information, he always willing to give you. And he actually they sell me out, because I remember there was a time when an interview and when he traveled out on a conference with other mayors world mayors he excelled. He excelled. You know what he talk. He get a clear plan. Any question we ask him about it, in work what they do, he ready for give you answer. Those are the type of people we want. Those are they get clear strategy. So those are the kind of people that we want. But having said all this, and also the government right now is struggle with the COVID-19. Themselves right now, then they struggle. But it's important for let the government know the mayor now a very important institution where in need for get their own finance for run their own business, especially this flooding time. We almost rain season start very early this year, not Salon. They don't get a lot of rain this year. So it needs immediate financing for like carry out functions, without which it will be very difficult. You talk about especially the drainage area, we are one of the major defects where we need to look into in our country today. But overall, as I said no more, she's doing a fantastic job. It's very difficult for let you criticize them because there are so many challenges. So I will stop here. I know say the government themselves, then we get 7.5 million from the World Bank. I believe, say all that one they geared towards COVID-19 response and preparedness plan. And they work on. But I will stop here so far. Thank you very much for. And before I left, I know say we get a doctor now. The host Dr. Aisatu. I know she give me a very good analysis yesterday on the Madagascar issue. we only learn here, and I really appreciate in comment yesterday. But what I will try to talk about Madagascar is this. The issue is, as the president of Madagascar say, it's all about, things say it's all about Western supremacy. Things say it's all about Western supremacy. Can we not innovate in our own self? We get other clinical trials inside here. I not say, I want to know more of this because we don't to any medical person. So I just pose this question so that, the listeners, then we all learn from each other now. So I will stop here so far, Tripoli. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Make a count, Aisatu. Yes, Aisatu, you get a platform.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope everybody they do well. I know every day with the status update, it really they make we feel very sad about what's going on in the country, and we feel like we already did lose, this fight, because this number of cases and what would we prevent with each day. Yes, like I mentioned yesterday, we not get case, but it not mean there was no case because the truth is, it depends on the time when they've been do the testing and when they want to release the report, that matters. Now with this new number of cases, now Freetown is very scary. Freetown, we're at the capital city. The way we say there's more healthcare system, and then to find out, we never put this under control. In as much as the 34 military hospital be done, they as a designated treatment center. I feel at this point, then really need to go back to the drawing board and try for switch gears now. So for see what they really go on. Then people that way sick, let them see how sick they are, and let them see how best then can give them supportive care, because really, as we all know, there's no treatment for COVID-19, but there's supportive care. Some people that need hydration, some people that need oxygen therapy. These then they very vital, for let them be able to survive. If not somebody way healthy, young, vibrant person, you will able to survive this, within that incubation period, and even like another week past that, but then people are way much older, we get like the diabetes, respiratory disease or heart disease, then risk is very high. And really maybe let them look into the infection control protocol and see, then people are already where they come up with these cases, just like before. We don't mention the number of quarantine being too high, that it really kind of expand the rate of infection, because depending on who side they put them there also for isolation, it matters, because I hope they're not they share rooms, because sometimes that could be a possibility. And also if then they share room, if they put people in isolation, I hope there's cleanliness going on. You're not supposed to you don't put somebody there, it's stated just like that. You don't know what the person is doing. Somebody has to be supervising these things. Also, it's just too sad. I don't even know where to start from. Like they mentioned, say they get 100 bed, now that 34. I'm sure they were planning to do, additional bed. So now with this number of cases, how can they, even take care of all these people with over 300 cases now the country in just about a month and a little bit more, like, about 5 to 6 weeks. That's just too much, and we not get the facilities then what I feel say, go make sure say then till they take place. Yes, we don't get some donations. We don't know waiting at some of the donations that we know will come up from China, but this most one will come from the United Arab Emirates. We don't know what's in that then medical supplies, and they and make we hope say then will really distribute them accordingly so that every facility go get, and then will use them effectively for make sure they then combat this disease. Yeah, I really do wish and pray that we country, really survive this fight. But I feel still we don't already lose the battle. And at this point, it's fighting, to survive. That's where we are right now. We in that mode of fighting to survive. And I want to go to the mayor. Phil say me the score where I am, she deserved that score at this point, because Freetown still they try for transform. So I'm not feel say at this point she's done an A job or A minors. So I feel like she's like a B plus. So with that number there, they motivate her more. It will give her more room for grow because she knows that she has more room to grow. But then definitely it shows that she's passionate about her job, and that really matters. If you really love what you do better. You go above and beyond and do extra just to make sure say things can get better. Just like how they mentioned about that bomber where they write, na ferry, yanda, open they come out, at the airport, then they come, especially those of us or those people that take, the local ferry, force you to see where you come. And then they really attract you for like in the city. And that being the capital city, not belong right there. Definitely everybody needs to join the mayor in the cleanliness for that country day, for make sure so they need to throw dot in our ground, because what that is something where that the problem. When you see Abacha Street where they don't sell all day na net, if you pass around there, even say you go ask yourself, this been clean in the morning, why is it like this now? People don't get for stop for the throw dot in at the floor, and that's really not nice. Because that it cause sickness, dirty, drainage section, gutter, that it all and it cause the malaria, all the other health problems the way people they can get. So if people don't really want to be healthy, then get for land for be clean. They need for try for stay clean and try for keep the environment clean. Wherever you sit down, keep on clean. Not supposed to for go down for you. It's just like you have to ask yourself, if you didn't live like you host, now you 1 grain day, who say you left you cup. If you don't move the cup, when you come back, you meet right there. So just treat the whole nation like that. Treat every side like that. Say, you know what, if me not do who that for doing for me? That money that they spend for like other people can't do, cleanliness na the place, and we'll use that money towards other things that will help the country go before. If everybody put their hands together. We all live overseas, hold on, come on also. We'll go. It's like it's so difficult for you when you get dirty in your hand. If you don't drink water, you don't do something with, something you don't see, you get for throw it away. You don't want to throw yourself because you're not used for drop anything at the floor. So sometimes, you see that they tell you, oh, just put at the asset for what? And the question is, why do I need to do that? Oh, well, you're not Freetown or you're not salon. I say, no, you don't do that. I say, that's wrong. So if we all try for make people understand that, we need to do that now overseas. Even if we feel saying, I don't know if you do before, but we cannot, you change. If you change for another country, why you not go change for your own country? Right? Why you not go try for educate other people in your own country? So, and also I hope say the government really go try for support the mayor. If they don't ask for a budget, where this enough for let it help the country go before, let them really try for give the budget because not for a meaningful use. Not to something no more in the ask say, give me that go do shopping. It's not about that. It's more about, doing something that would benefit the country as a whole. So I feel say even when they talk about moving Freetown to another location, the mayor rightfully answer say, even if we move Freetown, even if we get a new city, just like how, Abidjan gets Yamoussoukro and how Lagos, Nigeria gets Lagos and then gets Abuja, you're still going to have Freetown. Yes, you want a new city because you know what? I think as the place gets tighter, and when the place gets crowded, maybe it's about time for you expand a little bit. And that is now a good thing, not a bad thing for you get a new city, but Freetown still needs to be maintained. Freetown is the fourth city. We get a historic moment, so many things in that country, we means a lot to that nation. So we not feel say that for just abandon Freetown. I think so we'll go for improve Freetown and hope for a better city. So and also we hope say, we go try for see what thing we go do as diasporans, for the what thing they go on right now in the country, especially, the hospitals and Lord try for look into it and see how best we will for help. What thing are some of the things that they need, where we will support them with. I think that should be our next course and we will discuss that a little bit further next time. So as long as I know, hashtag Lord continue for fight for Salon, and that will be, better for everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Isatu. Yes, caller, you're live on air. You name and who side you call from?
Hello, Nami, the doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, hello, good evening. I call from Maryland. Yeah, I'm concerned about this death rate. The death rate.
You get 3 minutes, man. Okay.
For scare, yeah, the number is not too high. The government begins if we get high amount of people who then get infection and they die, so it's really scary. And then they ever update to say they are critical units, I don't know if they use ventilator part there, and they can just announce the person don't die. And also, Jamie, not look serious about this leakage, this lockdown. People that allow people to go up and down and today the intervene SLBC, the talk say the lockdown is still working, if service will help us. At least they just they punish the way they upline if they are still careless and they lockdown. They concentrate more about social surveillance, but they're not serious about isolation, for tightening the isolation and for tightening the problem. I'm really concerned. We should just hope this and then it followed Donald Trump inside. It's really scary now. Man don't really begin panic about this thing. If there's nothing control free trade, if you can't reach upline, the spread all kind of the district and upline, you can imagine once you don't get one, just no say that just they multiply. So then we go to hospital for all this within our upline. Now the fearless Salon of time back the highest death rate now in West Africa. Because right now the champion now already. Thank you very much for all you do. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, caller. Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who the call from?
Hello?
Yes, you live on air. Your name and who the call from?
Yeah. Good evening.
Your name and who the call from, please?
Yeah, me a concerned citizen. I call from London.
Yes, sir. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah. Waiting at the point where I was laid at the table. Now, this thing where we don't talk about 3 or 4 days ago, this free term business we in I did the sick don't go sit down. This it didn't have free term. I be took out. They really need for do something at free term for this sick. If possible, free term for this 7 days lockdown. Then they put all the measures that will make things that will easy for people in a free term way. When they say that this the government need for do. Now, the need for lay emphasis on free in the sick day. Then the other point again, I can for congratulate the lady we na Isa too, we don't become a doctor. Now that year we kill for a we part of them kind of people and they are now for extend me congratulations to her. Then the other point again, Wawangi, I want to talk on behalf of the people in Alungi. The people in Alungi, they did that place, the lights, no day. We are the appeal to the government. We are government to do something for the people in Alungi for this lights business. I remember Alungi in the 90s. Lights be there 24 hours Alungi. What they ask themselves now, what they ask themselves, what did it actually go wrong? Over 2 months, 3 months, they go to blackout na Lunge. Who side international airport there? No, this is not good. Though. We are an immune contribution down there. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Okay, this is Yvonne turn up?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. My name is Abdul Karim Barry. I call from Weymouth, Massachusetts.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
All right, no problem. So, first of all, I definitely want to congratulate the mayor. I don't need to follow up from afar. They're doing an amazing job. But the only comment I get is on this issue what somebody been bringing up on earlier about we need to forfeit a new city and all the other stuff. I don't think we need a new city. What you really need to do is not for decentralize the city itself. Decentralize the city in a way such that you build infrastructure that outside of the city will include maybe a banking system, a supermarket, anything where they attract people for kind of free talk. Because at the end of the day, if we decentralize the city where they attract people for any kind of free talk, you get them somewhere else. So, but you don't need to go now Rokel Bank in downtown. Instead, they will go now another bank where they somewhere around Wellington area. Most of the businesses then in the central of the city. So if we decentralize all that type of tin and day, you will reduce a little bit of the crowd at the city, and by so doing, you create a brand new city on its own. But the city itself doesn't really need for move. On the second note is, and as we look at the efforts with the mayor on they do for traffic in the city, it shows with this COVID, what on council now is, an idea of people say for clean the city. It go beyond just cleaning the city with, of what you will know for cleaning, because we all know this COVID, they really infest on good hygiene. For just add more low continue for come up with ideas, better ideas of how to clean the city, how to communicate with the people in our town.
Thank you, caller. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, then. Bye.
Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and inside the call from?
Yeah, AAA. First of all, thank you for this network where you don't bring come to we the people in our salon and the diaspora.
You get 3 minutes, sir.
Me, na son of the soil.
Okay.
I will come from Freetown. First of all, I want to comment on the COVID death the way they happen. We know, say, na 34 in Connaught Hospital. But 34, na they most of the people that way get COVID them for quarantine them. But all the deaths the way they happen are from Connaught, then they announce them. Why they know they announce any death from 34? Secondly, the mayor, they do very well. Freetown no need for move. Now expand Freetown need for expand. Light for day throughout the peninsula and light for go to Malsheka. Then you go see say people and go move from there at the center of the city towards the rural area then they. But now the lights them will not be make people know the thing for good inside then they. So we need for talk to the government, make they expand the light system throughout the peninsula and go to 47. Then you go see where people and begin to move out of the city. They go move, they go build, and also the city will expand. Me come up from the diaspora, where I come, I see how Waterloo expand. So if you like to go beyond Waterloo, now more people then go build in the area than they will go give the expansion of Freetown. So now I stop. AAA. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and who the call from?
Yes, good afternoon or good evening. This is Nancy, the call from US.
Yes, Nancy, you get 3 minutes.
Yeah, this I just want to add on to what we brothers and don't say the Freetown city for move the city to somewhere else. This now like the atto we get where God give you, not even able to take care of it. The one gonna mass. The city where we get Freetown, they don't even get clean drinking water. They're not even able to clean the city properly yet. We know lights no day. Basically, we just sit down, not even the create, and then they want to make another city. How they go handle that if they're not even able to take care of this? What do they expect for do if they go make another city? It will end up the same way like our Freetown day. So let we just maintain this how we get improve, this how we need for improve, like how Abdul Karim say, Barry. He say let we decentralize. Then the perfect idea. If they move whatever way they at the city, then at the provinces, you don't need for take transport for come all the way at the city just for can collect money where the person send for you. Even then small thing, then they will not get them. You get for pay transport for can affiliate for can buy stuff and can collect money where people then send for you. So now we improve the city. And as for the mayor, I really commend that and I give 90%. If only they know whole and he gets the resources, it's like you go on a farm, you don't get you tools them for go work. You're not going able to do anything. If only the idea is the way you get them, you get the full support we deserve for get. Like Freetown for the far by now, that tree planting, that cleaning, everything for them perfect. And also we as Sierra Leoneans, we they contribute for the dirty way they at home. Where you don't eat, it's already dirty now gone. Then you expect government and they can't clean up for you. Not get up, it's what it thing inside you for say, okay, if I drop this dirty they go end up in a gutter and the gutter go block, and then flooding will take place. I remember a few years back, if you drop dirty, then they fine you where they work. I don't know if it's 5,000 or so. If you then sign motorcar, you drop dirty from that motorcar or pura, then they find the driver 25,000 loans or 30,000. So the place been clean. The free town been clean because people then they free let and not find them. If you don't inside motorcar, the driver will say, hey, we bring that water, the plastic. If I inside the motorcar, I don't get money for go pay. Fine. But after some time, as you know, we go back to our usual habits. People then begin to waste stuff again in our streets. So we as Sierra Leoneans then self will contribute. When you don't cook, you stuff them. Instead of you put them in plastic and dispose them properly, then they eat them in our streets. So even the efforts where the mayor they do, they go back to the same thing over and over. Change not go there if you don't put measures in place for fine people the way they drop dirty. Put spice them around for watch. Anybody where you see to wear dirty, take a video of and let that person they pay a huge fine. Next time you will think twice before you eat dirty in a ground. So as for the COVID-19 where they happen, with people them is like we they in denial. All what don't happen, the history what you don't go through by now. If you see person they run safe, if you run with that person, the way you reach now go ask what happened. But still, we still there in that denial. Say what happened, it happened. And it's not a joke. So with the beg people, then let them follow instruction for their own sake, for everybody in sake. So being around no more I get for today. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Nancy. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Mohammed Kalonte, he say free tongue no plan. He say because of that, we need a new city. Make you call the scholar. Yes, scholar, you live on here. Your name and where you call from?
Is it me?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Safi, call from Tennessee. Thank you very much.
You get 2 minutes, Safi. All right.
Okay, I just want to thank everybody for the contribution and everybody talk well. Starting from the COVID-19 about the amount that rise today, it make me scared for real. Because yesterday, we know about any, number then who rise, but today then just pop up like this. It make me scared. The mayor in part is now woman we are proud of. He gets in pushing back, we still the move. Again 85%, again 89%. Now Facebook, I change my mind again 100%. Because like all this mistakes, if they gonna farm, you not get the tools where they work with. You just go with empty hand, you not able to work. But trust me, if that woman get all the particulars the way you need, because when it comes to cleaning, let me say, most of the time, the woman there know more the detail about cleaning. So if you get that job, you say one do, trust me, I trust that woman. He go do better. About the city moving. What they say, then they make a new city. You know, means when they say then they move the city, then they take the whole Freetown, or would that be just they need the Freetown or get for the Freetown again? It will still be. But like who Waterloo don't begin the tax so, but who of the people the way they go upline now Waterloo now then they go take transport or go upline, which is a very if you Freetown then send upline Motukade, then can't give them parking. Like there small bank there all then they look that then Winapa, look that Tombo Pass, look that for mile part. Just for go na them part then they build some stuff the whole portion of them for pay transport by pay go Freetown. The Freetown are the people away the inside town, then they enjoy the city. But right now anything we want party go town. One me auntie been die in a village, then tell me say, the plaza now Waterloo. Now they go buy the I said, which plaza so then they go buy now Waterloo? The plaza now they can't cook na Bushimaya. Now they go buy Waterloo. It's disappointing. Let's read them. When they say that the bill is very important. South Arabia, they not been get to read them. They say culture time. They pull people, then care them go na that market for go plant tree. 30 days the people they don't get tree them. The disaster they wouldn't use forget them sand they would be they kill them people there. Now it makes the Medina people respect Guinean because they load them with the tree them and plain care them go then go plant. So that they save the city. Very important. It's very important. I just want to thank everybody today. Let God bless you and let God push the COVID-19 far away from our country. Thank you, Papa. God bless you. That's my contribution today.
Thank you very much, Sophie. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, caller, I live on air. Your name and who the call from?
Yeah, Mina Alusain Donem, I call from London.
Yes, Alusain, you get 3 minutes. What's your contribution?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I will talk first regarding the coronavirus in Sierra Leone because now we don't approach the raining season, and we don't say them before. I will repeat them back again. We all be to see the coronavirus now inside cold, now it affects people more because we all know the symptoms of these coronavirus. Get the symptoms them way most of us be don't get at this part of the world during the times that we cold, where the place can cold. And we realize that in Sierra Leone as well, that when the rainy season begin come, so this is the time we will be very, very conscious of this sickness. And we therefore take them very, very seriously because one, the government go talk, the medical people go talk. But if we, the citizens, now the country, we not ready for cooperate, this is where the problem lies. Because, for example, Usaimi Day in England, the Prime Minister talk, the medical people in talk, people listen to it and say, and people abide. But in Sierra Leone now, nobody they abide. If you watch, so many people, they jam-packed, now they market them. So this is why we will continue to get high numbers now at the city because inside Bo, how many streets there within a Bo where they compare to Freetown when people in the plenty in the streets in the we get them, you name them, Matomo Street, Sabo Street, you get Isi Road or Abacha Street, you get Sheka Stephen Street, and all people in jam they take on and then government work. So you realize these people they respect the social distancing rule. Blaming government, yes, government get a role way they play. I mean, government they talk, and government not go able to go force anybody say if for social distance yourself. From explanations of experts them don't do for me and you na Sierra Leone. We listen and work towards that so that we will avoid this sickness here in our community. You know, but if we say with the wait for let government begin force we. People are letting them lock the city for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. After the 4 weeks, we'll come back. If we not apply this social distancing rule, we don't work with them, the sick is still spread. So we the citizens get a greater role for play. The government just send a message, and we need for use these things for let it work for we nicely. I don't want to hold the show that long. The other thing again is that, you know, you say 500 million, you say 500 million loans, motorcar, chaff, and say it will sweep streets. Una care and go back, Usa una pull on that London, dirty box. You know, triple lady, the reason we make Aki Sawyerr, the lovely lady, 15%, and the rate 5 years, 100%. Because that's how me the rates. Because now 5 years, he did it for. So at the rate 5 years, 100%. So for now, I give him 15 because even the past 20 years, the people who don't get it as mayors, which he don't do any income, and more than the one who don't get it for the past 20 years. So it means they now the right footing. For me, they do very well. And I specifically measure Bome because not to go able, not to start them. Other people don't pull Bome under for long. But because the reason why I make a measure Bome na that, you know, the Colvert community people, na behind Bome na they. And we all know where the crisis will take place. The dangerous thing will happen. So they expect, say, when it comes inside manifesto, one of the great area we for consider, for saying, this area, they pull smoke, and when they come heavily, possibility for their death take place. So now I make a still be say because of bombing. But in 15%, there is possibility for lady for 3 years, again 70. But it don't mean say again 15, that means say they do well. She is doing well because one way it be the campaign, a message is where it be they send to people. Now it make her be love them because if they say something, you know now woman way outspoken, if they talk clearly for let you understand. And indeed, now that is they work towards. You know, and not say government or Ministry of Finance not get money, but we know say the city council then by all the ministry now one side and the way, then they make money for themselves. So I'm not gonna surprise anyway. But giving her 15% doesn't mean she's not doing well. She's doing well. But I just rate them in 5 years' time because now 100%. If I can't get her now,
so the 15 where you get now over how much? Now over 100 because that's still
exactly.
fail.
Yes,
but you still fail.
Hey, well, of course, because
100 and fail.
Yeah,
so
unless
yes, because if now 5 years, maybe you want count don't say you want make 45% or you want make 40%, 40, 15 over 40.
No, I will get on for 15%. Okay. I just tell you the word. See, I say now me and so me they rate you because now 5 years they did for. If I gang you now 99%, that you want to me say the 3 years left now 1% no more now you do small like you 100. No, I give you 15. So I give more, let you work more for me, let's see what you do, and let you clear the air for we see say you don't do better. If possible, in 3 years' time again, 70%, because as you say, you don't add per waiting and be condemned, you understand, eh? So she's still on the right footing, but for her for now, I'm giving her 15%. And my last message where they say now that somebody will talk about Lunge, say light, no the. That is just a sign for tell the person, see, if Lunge Airport, they not concentrate for renovate them or for do other work the way for be proper for the people of the country. They say they go build another airport. That's not just a sign for tell you, see, this is how they go abandon Lunge. Lunge go by the worst village ever, that's Sierra Leone. So let them just concentrate on the airport so that they will make the country for the people then. I think I don't know what I will say. Thank you very much, sir. I will stop there.
Okay, thank you very much, Alusan. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, Alusan, they defend in 15%. Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and who side they call from?
Nena Umar for the call from New York.
Yes, Umar, you get 3 minutes.
I want to tell you thank you and all the previous caller that we don't go. Which I want to remind Sierra Leoneans the elections then they where we for support for land from the Ebola and then elections then they them for able for help we they go through. But from waiting don't happen during the Ebola, it's like we're not able for land nothing. It's like this social distancing, the quarantine, isolation, all in here to we then can look back like seeing a new thing them and you're not supposed to be so. The countries in the west more free found themselves. Then see are the new to them for lockdown people they need, but we don't lock down as alone. So I don't know why it will be a little bit hard with people then. And now one. Then two, yesterday we been get the president in Bate, where I feel say people the state machinery pay more attention on the bad things. In fact, we're not able to forget the updates then we supposed to forget because everybody wants for let the president to go see him outside and they sing happy birthday where I feel saying nothing we know fine for the country. Yesterday not a weekend, it was a Tuesday, but yet people then abandon their legal responsibility then because they need for this on side. That is bad. For this inter-district lockdown, honestly, it will work. If not to now one day, but good things for don't happen. The problem we are get with some of the lockdown, the 3 days lockdown, to me, it don't make sense. Because the virus will affect in incubation period now 14 days. So why we for lockdown 3 days? We need to encourage people and for use more masks than lockdown. And I think I'm say the 3 days lockdown them, no lockdown all the way, no lockdown 3 days where they no arrest people. I think I say not a deliberate act for target a certain group of people away and no one for the government use lockdown for that. Like I listen of audio on a play where people in the left then mask them na us. Say, oh, I left me mask at that one it's totally bad. For the mayor he gets a very strong challenge. Your resources they come from the central government, and if you and the central government una know they not the same party, it seriously affects you. We don't see not to just Nasalo, even here, New York that day, New York for now a Democrat state. Trump no the like we get more cases than New York past any other side in the United States, but Trump. They hold down in hand because he take and say if he supports the mayor now, instead of him make name, the mayor they make him say nah, he don't do this. So they hold down. Now the same thing in the happen na Salone. So the mayor they give him credit for the little resources he manage. And this not the part of the agenda, but let's just touch on the elections. I wish would they. All right. Let's focus on the corona response team. I don't know the corona response team. Yeah, the corona response team. Please then get for. Work for we. Then the need for tell we almost in the test per day. Not to follow more we know the results in a 5, not 10 and we get from that number they then go predictions then. So far I want to tell you now plenty. Thank you. And to all the other listeners, them we don't call I want to tell everybody plenty thank you at that moment.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and who you call from?
Yeah, this is Patrick.
Yes, Patrick, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yeah, sorry I called late, that's for good money. This corona at the church on the mayor and the corona inside the 3 minutes, I go do my best. The corona update, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if the government or the health official where they do the report, what did they do? Just because of the president in Bade they make the report 0, then today they report almost 46.
49. 40 from yesterday, 49. 9 from today, yes.
This 90 make the raise doubt now the common man they will not understand much say corona not in a salo. They say now when they make them up because of that kind of situation there. Because if yesterday the president in Bade, report, do update, then you come out say you get 0. Then today, he come out again, you say you get 49. Because yesterday, not be able to report out waiting good. That message they send to the common man when I understand. So this man they raised doubt to the people that back when now they take the corona fight serious in a saloon because they're going to say now the government they make up the story there because they're going to bring the incident like yesterday and today. So the government are not care what that in bad day. If they're for the give update every day, they're for the give update every day. So we not say it let people check and say it is serious. But there's certain time it reach you declare no, we'll find let new case not the yes, we're happy on that. But not can the next day you say well other case. If we not get new case yesterday, today we'll not for don't get back. And that's all.
What's la epianda Patrick? La epianda waiting until we yesterday. They say now 5 labs them we get in the country where they submit results them every day. However, they say yesterday now 1 green lab when a Kenema now then submit result. And the results we then submit now 0 because now 18 test normal and then conduct. But the other 4 labs then not be able for send result. However, they say after 6 p.m. now in the lab results then they come out. So they not be one come again for can't talk. So now I make them just keep an hour for today. Give away 40 for yesterday and 9 for today. And I make them 49.
Well, if that's not the case, we go. Then the other question about the mayor. I have a few questions I get. I want to know who's the mayor in the schedule stop. Who's I not say Waterloo is city by himself.
No, you know it's Waterloo. Now Ogubri Junction. You know, like the Ogu Bridge of itself. Now they free tongue stop. Yes. Now they not the mayor. You know.
So Waterloo supposed to get your mayor.
Yes, Waterloo gets the district chairman Akasha Land Cole. Now in come to Regent, Grafton, Jeway, all the under the urban, now they under the rural, now they.
So that's not your mayor. That okay now.
Yes.
How about Godrich? Because
Godrich under
area
under rural, it is under Kasho Oland Cole. Now it is under.
But if you look at technically, that if it be a whole city on your way, get your mayor. Because we see that in America, even in small towns, as long as you get your zip code, you get different name city, you get your mayor, whoever that's small. Now, the mayor of Freetown, she's wonderful. And I will like that. She's wonderful, she's doing best, but in best not enough as a mayor compared to other mayors around the world. I know they compare America, compare to the mayor around the world in South Africa, not invest not enough. Every mayor, city council, that they raise more money than the government that they raise more money past other government institutions. Because some of their revenue, the way that they collect, that's small tax. The mayor for them able to come up out of their own budget to relocate that government. Without government, finance self not going to pay, give any money, because out of their own coffer, they make the mayor, the city, the people that they pay to the city. Some projects that they want this mayor they take as a city mayor, now what they get from the city, they wait for state, they wait for the country, because you get certain things where a national disaster, when federal or state they involve. But when it comes to the small thing there, it is inside freedom. But now part of we relocate that. The money where they get that, they able to pay machine there for close that place down. They're not for wait for government. Now that is the mayor they for now. That power that belongs to her. Because government get all that thing there where they focus on. In your own power, that government side they honor in power, they honor in God. With itself. So the mayor that make us say enough now, invest not enough that much. So many things that they went a city council for doing, went to not to government they do us. So many things that like the dirty or then before remember when they made go around they clean the street again, there's been the way they put where they empty there. I don't know if that thing still is effective. We get city council police there. Where they may do their job very well, the city council police, they make sure they may go around at the market, they will say enough for say arrest you. A city council bill, they don't carry go so. They may do the job, that is the day for. So the mayor invest not enough for improve the city the standard where he want to. So he left for one for everybody other mayor there. The mayor of Waterloo will get different mayor from even Lungi. I don't say Lungi get a mayor because I city on Leone. Now a city on Leone. But for not area, but them no the face they not they do nothing. Maybe they just get for this money. But if in the time, now the largest population, the mayor of Freetown, but he left for do more. He left for the 79 responsibility as mayor. Not to just for the go help people there, yes, but left for the do go now in coffer and take money and sponsor some of the projects. That's all I left for say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who side you call from? Yes, caller on WhatsApp. You live on air.
Super.
Yes.
No matter they call.
Yes, you get 3 minutes, matter. Waiting na your contribution.
For the platform today. I follow you for a long time. Very good job for bring the community, the Sierra Leone community life. And one thing I want to say today, because I don't watch to the car. It's so sad. What you say? They talk today, so it's sad for me to see people there that they're not listening at all to this reality. What don't come at the wall? They're not listening. They're facing at people, then they're facing at the government. Then they do. Even the people that what then they sell in the market, what they get them things then na the market what they for sell. They know they listen. They know they wear the mask. They just sit down there. Then they cry to the. Then they cry to. Don't say what we cry na salon. This civil war, me one of the most horrible person in the world. What you be say, I know for what he said. But the way they see people there, the way the death don't begin to come, na salon. It's very scary. So now I put my voice today for me people then listen. Sierra Leone, then get for listen. Then get for listen to the government, then get for listen to the health advice. Right now, Naya, we Naya will lock out from I don't know, sir. Over 8 weeks, will not they go no side. If you still able to come out, you just they go buy food, they come out, you can't inside back. You know they go work, you know they go no side. Because we really know this virus, what they do. The virus itself, now something where you be say, you know they see. You know they see, now you hand there, you know they see, now motor band. If they there inside you, you know they know say they inside you. If they work out. And that lockdown, what then they talk about, not to better lockdown than they. Therefore, lock the entire free tongue. The entire free tongue, AAA, please. I want made the leader there. What then get that country, they made them listen to this video. Made them lock the entire free tongue. Because all the cases there, what would they hear upline? Now free tongue people, then they come out, then they sneak, then they go upline, then they go destroy other people their life. They know they listen. Please, make this leader then they hear not to no more forget the money. They should up and the money, then they build big houses there. Me what they na so. Infected panda war, rebel war. For the Sanko war been the watch yesterday. I say really, now the same thing back they repeat so. What if for the Sanko been they talk? What Sierra Leone and then they tinap na line, then they beg. When they bring half rest, when they bring 5 bag rest, they're all to line. No social distance, no they. They're all to line, then they look. Then they beg. For the Sanko talker. In some people that they fight for them. For me, they not beg. But this one, it don't pass water. Gary don't pass water. No more at the soup. Please, make them listen. Because we size have then they beg. They all affected right now. The one, all man they cry right now. Sierra Leone people, make them left for go they beg. Make them left for go they cry to government. Make them listen. God give mortar man, all man mouth for it. I like na bangago broken na bush. Ichama. Provision is for everybody, but they know they listen. Me are so scared for Sierra Leone. I did they talk. I said me one day I get for call AAA. Sierra Leone people, this is scary. What I'm saying is very scary. Very, very scary for me. For see me people there. Even I don't kill people there. This one back, it don't come. People then get for lost, nas alone. People then get for die. AAA, not to joke, they tell you. Me, God, they talk to me. When you see today, I call you so. Me picking them, they listen to me downstairs. When you see I call you so, they cry. People like that for diners alone. And they tell you, me brother, you don't do very well. May they listen to Mata Kuruma na Canada na they talk so.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much, Triple A.
Yeah, thank you very much, man.
Contribute to your project where they do, yeah? May God bless you. May God bless your family, yeah?
All right, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, this is I call from US.
You get a platform, are you?
Yeah, Triple. The first question I want to ask you: what is the average age of these people that will get infected with this COVID-19?
The one that we positive right now?
Yes.
I can't tell because they're not tell me.
Okay. Well, the other thing is, I hear people then they talk about this lockdown. What do they hope say this lockdown therefore achieve? You lock down the free time, the whole country for 6 months safe. If they not get the ability to do testing to determine who is infected or not, we then come out of quarantine or lockdown, then the same go back to the same lifestyle, which is it's going to be very difficult for them to do social distancing in the marketplace, in the city and place, and transportation. So I think the best thing that for the exercise on, for the people there, for the actually put on their mask, because there is no way they were able to control that social distancing, not in that environment, not in a condition where they don't know the ground. And secondly, people always talk about here in Europe, here in England, when the government says this, people they abide. They don't compare the mental state of people living in Europe, England, America to that of the people who live in Salon. Are two different. They compare like apples and oranges. You know, those people overseas, their mind are trained, to getting information and process it. Not to the people who live away about, I would say now about 85% are illiterate. They will just go inside 1 year, come out the other years. It's in a year they talk. They keep on doing what they feel like doing because they know actually they listen to what the government is say or believe what the government is say. And that brings into question like the promo they play where the bishop and the Alaji then they talk, where the president said they talk, where they make reference to say, we tell God thank you, Corona, no can I it. I don't think that they help. Because if people are aware and they not get that education, they even can't kill them. They will say, oh, the party, carry it. That's not one thing what I'm really think about for tell you about, that promotion day, I don't think it don't pass in usefulness way in not in Canada the country. But since it don't in the country now, I don't think say that thing there for continue for the play for the people in the area. The party say, I tell God, thank you, Corona, no carry it. Corona is in the country. So therefore, come up with something different. And also, people will always talk about, this is a long issue, long time ago, we talk about new city. When they want to go build Strabo Island or Bond or so. The son of the soil, Mr. McAfoy, where the Italy, they don't talk, say, it's very impossible for building a new city. It's not $300, $500 project. There are billions of dollars because you care for things like consolidation, schools, and colleges, drainage system, all kinds of stuff. When this thing came out a long time ago, a lot of people now when they talk against this new city, they all jump on board. They say, yes, a good idea and a good idea and a good idea. Why even go to the extent of saying, let's build an African city? People will forget what they don't talk in the past now, this program here. Sometimes we need to be refreshed and memory. So when you don't take a position, you stick to it. Just they fluctuate, like light. They jump from one position to another. They make things difficult for the people who really the country really not that educated to really comprehend what people they talk to this program, you know. Today you say this, tomorrow you say that. You know? That's my contribution.
Thank you very much, Ayo. Thank you. Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
My name Alpha Jallo, and I call from Manchester.
Yes, Alpha, you get 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you so much, Triple A. But something really baffled me about the measure. Like incident happened in the road transport, and I expect the police they forbid it and try for separate the people and give them 1 meter away before say it will help for the pen of this corona thing where they talk about, where it's like everybody they hug one another. Yeah, for lay people they hug themselves and I not see anything where the government they put in place, to be honest. It really sad. Yeah, well, for me, I just think Sierra Leone police and the government, it's like that story that they tell the individual people that if the law not applicable to them, why did they extend the law to the individual people in the streets? Why? That's the number me want to ask. Because that guy hug they don't show say Salon in the place that for everybody follow rules and regulation. That's my only contribution, Triple A.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you.
No.
Yeah. Moses Flomo, the question we ask, yes, that really happened, but now una way out there no go hear because the mic not be there on. But the gap the way be there now because something else be there happen behind the scene. Now I make. Yes, us friend, you get a platform. What you get for it today?
Thank you very much for giving the platform. I just want for, first of all, commend the mayor for in good work what they do. As they say, it still get a term of 3 years more for go. But so far, so good, being that he don't try a lot, but now the means and the resources, they're very limited. I go think, say, there is a lot where he do. In the first place, he get initiative we been bring up for this climate change, wherein he introduced for plant some trees. And presently, I know what he do regarding that, even though, in a big scale. The first program, the other program, who presently he run as I talk so now, World Hope with National Skills Pool. And then they try for support them. They don't plant about 1,500 trees around the area. We know that 446 ward 446. And they try for introduce a drainage system for the flood. When a prone area, when a Juba, they can build now a 100 meters drainage, a 100 meters wide drainage. And this were now engineers without borders, now Denmark, and then they help them for do this. And it gets also a big support from Tom Vance, one of the EU ambassador to Sierra Leone. And he get quite another one again where he try for do this rubbish collection in terms of creating jobs. If you don't try for introduce some young man them, wouldn't they involve, wouldn't go call numbers, include them, they register, would they go to then go collect your rubbish. Would I get a bike, he put in dirty behind, they can get with them, they don't organize them. They want they will get like their small truck, then they get on, then they pay them, depending on which size of dirty way you get. And they don't introduce this system of recycling rubbish, wherein if they try to revamp that area where them they do not bomb years ago, wherein they collect the rubbish, then ferment them for produce a gas, when a methane gas, where they can use for cooking and other electrical purpose. If they try to revamp that project in a different form, wherein they allocate different containers, then where they will put the rubbish, like they do now UK or other places. Then we send a paper, we send a dirty, general rubbish, they do them. But the problem now, these resources what they get. And then in the area of the revenue, according to Ion Code, he say because of the cash starve, was the starvation of the cash, the flow, and the main big source of Ion revenue what he expect now from the property tax. Presently, he get 57,000 where they enroll in a household out of 120,000. So there are people that still want to cooperate for let them join this property tax. So in that area, they get problem of income, the revenue, where we're able to push with other projects them where it gets. So coming to the government, who know they help them, that side they no more. I want let the government, whether they concerned in terms of helping her for boost them, let them go able for help them. Because presently the hospital, you get areas they wouldn't designate them for do. In terms of the kitchen in welfare, where of the kitchen of the hospital they cannot, na irresponsible, take cottage. The cleaning, na irresponsible. The laundry, na irresponsible. Now the medical facilities they now, now they involved. So all that money they come out from the tax where they pay. The regular tax where they come a bit more, now that 10,000 leos where they pay, where not everybody individual they pay. But that one they not able for reach with waiting in the plan for do. But I hope say as they initiate them program there, people then go day for back and up. And the other difficulty back where it gets by this local government act in terms of land use planning and the building permits. Now the other area that one day now, it try for blow on, let them go yeriam. Because the act day 2004, but they know they implement them. When we see one recent incident, we said we put now where they go broke one place now Lumley, where they still toxic, let them try build that side day. Somewhere they try to build. So that's now the areas them where the woman they actually face. But he get a lot of vision for Freetown as far as I see. But now based on the revenue, why they call on the people of Sierra Leone, they end up getting household property because it may come based on the value of the property, then they help for the pay this income because now one of the main source of in revenue. So now that side I want to take up. Then the area of the rehousing, it also they on the plan for that as I also they talk in terms of relocating. Because then there's I go to Susan's Bay, and I go here, they try to listen to them views. Then almost they're willing for move. But right now, because of what they call large number of informal settlements in Freetown, what is the informal one during that internal displacement, who people have been get we kind of Freetown, we said they are light wanted. Many of them not able to go again. So all this 99 issue. Because out of 2 million the population, they try so hard now for try implement a way where they go build houses them, when like local houses where people then will get for relocate. And they plan for close that bomber within Kisi. That one they plan for close them. Now one office say he want for left for they in use. Then he get the other side effect side thing that what they do. Then I young projects that one day because even relate them to this COVID, why it's difficult for the people in a Freetown for control them because of the population. So now the biggest tax that one day. Now coming to the COVID issue regarding the results, then whether they get, whether they delay. Now issue where they bring up today, but I believe say on the line from what we learn from reliable sources, not to what in Lambran have been raised up. For asking, I pay them, not pay them. I believe saying something partly to do with that and incentives. And when then they ask them for repeat the test them over and over, instead of they do them once or twice, then they repeat them for find out, then they overwork them because of this PCR what they use now 6 hours it take for each process. And if they go ask you for go repeat a process of a test, it give you another 6 hours. And most of them, they go work from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and they left them place, then they go there. And the incentive, they're not the day. And the result they wouldn't give, like say tomorrow, not to yesterday they do them all. Now the one they wouldn't do day before yesterday, because that day before yesterday, say for meet up the morning, and then we don't done the second test. So then they give them for meet up the 2 days. So that was now 2 days, making 3 days, now the result then they come. so the chain work, they work. But I feel say they will try look into this gene expert machine where get cartridges, where you get everything in 45 minutes. But they still the wait for doing. The China more disappoint. Why they for go spend 45,000 euros instead of them go pay for this tier, go then get for the test, and speed up the work. And perhaps they would they not know it if they try then they. I thought as to be elaborate on that yesterday. The other area now concerning again the death rates. I believe say the death rates them would raise up. Now because of if we look Sierra Leone, we don't get a lot of heart problem and hypertensive cases them due to the stress and due to other underlying causes them, what they do, what people and they do. And also, we get a lot of diabetic patients there who they not be even discovered until recently with some few charities that we don't can introduce this diabetic program and sensitize them what they do now, McKinney, Magurka, and other places that they free tongue. So now that make, but then they fail for isolate them people there, and the place then they say don't confess, say they know negative pressure rooms. So now staff they would not they would go work. Some of the staff they would work now isolation now cannot. Then when they come out, go do the normal ward. They will come back to that isolation ward for can do some work. And they find out, say, then they transmit this tier. And the people in the way underlying factors then would cause this die, now for that they die. That first case would die in 34. Now the reason that one day, because when they on kidney dialysis, instead of removing from they bring an cornut, then the people are all within a cornut and just label them inside the 34. Forget about 34 for now, therefore don't be. But now this area, then they do. Even at UK, if you look at the death rates now the death rates, they go into the care homes. Like I will get that one at Grafton. Now then they go, because if they pull them in hospital, when they try for empty the beds, thinking that they will get a big rush of people inside, like who if France, they can and panic, they pull the people without testing them, carry inside the nursing homes. So the nursing homes and the air passage in a good day. So now, right now, they die past all. So now that mistake they feel say they don't they do. But I only hope say they will review on that strategy day and try for look into that side day where they not go get overcrowded and other thing. The other issue where they are no more concerned, we have been asked, but we other person asked, now they mention that one day now regarding this high commissioner we go back in a salon. Then actually talk say they only do them according to favoritism. But when you look, that man they inside Lungi Airport, they for don't keep him like anybody, but they allow him for go. Right now, they get one person with positive inside the high commissioner. When they ask them, they say the person now get the right for send some of the workers their home for let them go self-isolate. So then they track for no. So all those people they are at risk. They are adding more people in the community. But I believe say now a mistake. Then if we don't give any other treatment, they don't mind if they want to get one of the best rooms inside the hotel, that we can appreciate. But they allow them to fly right into Freetown. You don't come up from COVID place, they don't come outside again at epicenter, they go back. Then post you don't go become infected. Then suppose for don't really isolate them, not into the city, but out of the city. Now that mistake they do. But sometimes when people then they talk, you will get sense, you know, say when they talk, now diplomacy then they try to talk to you. But sometimes there are errors that wouldn't they do. So now that side, more I want for just church. Then waiting and they try to encourage the people then, let them know they go with some boku idea for say, well, let we go smoke myself with herbs or I make ginger, I cover myself. Well, it might work because there is an area in medicine where as a tool, one day go mention them, where you mind. If you say, if they go give me injection, I go well. Some people when they go hospital, they can just give them a false one, what they call like a placebo, something that is sterile injected. But because it said, say, once they give me injection, I go well, sometimes it will work because of your mindset. But here, I don't want to let people then work this practical of smoking themselves, then they make. If you look into that deeply, there are the after effect was a lot of pneumonia, people and chest infection, they get for arise after that. Because when they smoke you, now the vapor they inhale, it go in your lungs, then it go settle. And when it will settle, what they cause? It they pass from your lungs, it settle between a cavity, what they between your lungs in the basket where they call pleural cavity, they go cause water for the day. So it can cause infection. Pass them go puncture inside of the lungs, then pull a lot of fluid and cause infection. You go feel say that have don't cure you, but no. What about the after effects? You go get coughing because you get fluid in your lungs. So I don't let people and know that idea for encourage people and say let them go smoke themselves with fluid, or then they feel steam themselves, cover themselves with lapa. Let them just follow what the Master Sabi and say. If then they use medication, one like for the vaccine, them vitamin C and then other thing for boost up them and cool down the fever, because then they use initially now all the remedy areas there. Let them continue with them. Why would they wait for let WHO give you the go ahead say they don't get a vaccine? Go then they still try. We get a lot of procedure till they get forgetter. So now me advise that one for the people and let not prepare doctor themselves during the last quote of the president. Talk about not prepare doctor on ourselves, una go na hospital. Chloroquine they no go give una because that's if no say chloroquine no they work again, they don't pull and dig. So they no go give that one to person. Then they no go give anything way wrong to people then. But the only fear no more get this medicine will don't come up from Madagascar. Where I like to then say this year now we said before don't able to do them years back where they been get this program now in Jalawo then they call medicinal value of herbs. People then they go research, then they make books, then they sell them from this tier, but they don't implement them. So I believe say then go note and down say where time come, let we try open this type of institute where we'll get the medicinal values. So that if there 1 milligram of the bang bang they drink, then they put an extractant into a milligram. So when they take the bang bang and in that milligram they take, instead of you drink a lot of them, they say just drink, then very full up. The way you don't drink them, mostly it cause problem to your liver back. So you see all these issues that don't crop up from all these issues. So I hope say then go able to identify this here and let them go understand them. So let God continue for help we, let people are hearing. Now me own advice and me own take for today. And I tell thank you to us too, and I tell thank you to you all the time, and let people like continue for give help towards this project. Because the project, when they done this phase, now a phase where we plan for help Sierra Leone in the medical area. We get medical people away sabi. I said today, another man will be the Germany or Russia, they call trade. All these people who said they go put hands together, Sierra Leone will go before. And I believe say, when they sing that music, they say Sierra Leone will rise again. We'll forget a positive one. The road, when they get negative confession, when they think say, oh, well, no think bad for the country. No, when they think say better get for come. And the unity of we think one for say better get for come, then go make we rise again. Instead of they say, well, Salon not go grab again. Not go grab again. All we need for do now cancerous wound. We just get for clean them, debride them properly. Then we clean them, then the wound go granulate again. Then the flesh will come like the same day. They will carry on. The scar, okay, we'll even avoid the scar by removing some other tissues and put treatment. I mean, you take and let God bless you all. Thank you very much, and let us take care. Thank you.
Thank you, Usman. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
As for the mayor, made again 60%. Again 60%, and we'll wait for see Usai Sierra Leoneans them, Freetonians them, go take up on themselves for pay the city rate, pay the council rate, pay all the rates them, so that the different councils them across the country go able to get money. Because as it is, I think the Freetonia they do more safe pass across the country. No go far. I wish to find me in Freetown app. All the other council them na the country able for implement them. Say Osa you dey, you able use the app. For no that you cancel or no that they get a dirty. No, like the basic things that we need for know about the area where you dey, about the world where you dey. And then at the app. For now, only inside Freetown in the work. Waterloo is not the work there because no to mayor cover there. So we really want to make all the mayors them inside salon. Then self able for adapt the app day. So that's what I ask you, also you easy for just say find me in wherever. In Bo, in Kenema, in McKinney, in Waterloo, Hastings, Jewett. I think they come up because now the Google map they use for pinpoint your location. We'll go there back tomorrow. Till we meet again. People say, Tata.